David, time and place.
It's the mid-90s in New York City. I'm selling advertising for a magazine.
Okay.
I had a client who called me up. I was on my way home, and she said she has a legal problem with an ad that's getting ready to run the magazine.
So you did the ad, but you also had to deal with some of that stuff too, the legal?
Well, my client had an advertisement that was going in the magazine, and the ad had a legal problem, and they couldn't run the ad.
So what was going through your mind when you found that out?
It's like, oh my God, well, how can I help?
Okay.
And she said, well, she already spoke to the ad director, my boss, and he said there was nothing we could do.
So then what went through your mind?
I said, well, I've got to figure this out for her.
Okay.
And I knew that my ad director wasn't the most creative thinker in the world. So I called our plant manager, our production manager, who was already at our plant.
So the plant that actually does the paper?
The plant that puts the magazine together.
So you actually went to the plant?
I called him. It was in Wisconsin. I was in New York City.
Not taking some initiative. Okay.
So I called him up and I said, here's the situation. Explained it to him, and he gave me some options, which I relayed to the client.
Okay.
Which were, we'll take the ad out. It won't be a problem. You're going to have to pay for the space.
Okay.
The magazine is running.
So they had solutions.
We can put a public service announcement in there, which is something like "Don't smoke" or whatever, and they would still pay for that. We could run an old ad that they had, and if you want to make any changes, you got to pay for those changes. Either one, those are your two options. You can run something. We could just put a public service announcement.
And what did they end up doing?
They ended up running an old ad.
An old ad.
We made some changes to it.
Okay.
So
it was legal.
It was legal. It was legal, and
so what was going through your mind at that point?
I was very relieved. The client was ecstatic.
I was going to say, was the client thinking about all this?
The client was very happy with me, especially since I
bet.
basically went around the ad director and got something done that he said couldn't be done. The production team was fine with it because everything that they did was paid for by the client, and the client continued to do business with us. And I know, had we not solved that problem, we would have been a complete disaster.
So what would be an action that you would ask of us?
Is to always think in the long-term interest of the business. I thought creatively, what was the solution, not just immediately, no, we can't do this.
And what would be the benefit to us if we were to do that ourselves?
Well, then you're always, when you do the right thing, when you go above and beyond, people are happy. The client was much happier. My boss's boss was happier.
One bumper sticker. How would we say actions benefit?
Do the right thing, and you'll always benefit in the long run.
David, that is awesome. That is perfect. You know, you go the extra mile. That really is quite evident in how you were explaining that story. And by doing that, you saved a customer. You probably have a customer for life, and you're going to do that when you're in the sales situation, when you're in sales, when you're training, when you're in front of a classroom, wherever you do. I've seen you go the extra mile, and because of that, you're going to see the same type of benefits. Great job.
Thank you.